Hey folks, Mike here. Thanks so much for clicking on the video. You're about to watch an episode of Shed Sunday, but before we do, I just wanted to give a shout out to Truewood. It's a company that I've partnered up with over in the US. This is my wood watch, which I've been wearing for about 5 months now. Many of you have been asking questions about the watch itself. It is made of black sandalwood. It's called the Truewood Hawk. And the reason I partnered up with Truewood is not just because I like the simplicity and the elegantness of their watches, but it's also because for every watch that you buy, they plant 10 trees over in Africa to help support local communities and families. I particularly like this design, the Truewood Hawk, purely because of the simplicity of it. It's got a nice rustic wood look to it. Some of you might be wondering, well, how durable is this watch? And to be honest, I was quite skeptical at first, which is why I've been wearing it for the last 5-6 months. And I've worn it every day, out the bushcraft camp, out in the woods on overnighters, and it's been absolutely fine. It's taken some knocks. A vast range of watches, some chronograph watches, some automatic watches, and they also have a range of sunglasses as well. I've recently been using the bamboo sport sunglasses, which have kind of polarized lens on them, and they've been really useful for when I'm fishing and things like that. I'll pop a link in the description to their website where you can see the range of watches that they offer, and they've also given you guys a 15% off discount code, which is TA Outdoors15. Just enter the coupon code at the checkout. Thank you so much, guys. Let's crack on with Shed Sunday. So this little thing here might be able to get you out of a survival situation. It utilises 550 paracord. It's dead simple to make, and you can make it as long or as short as you want. The only items you're going to need is a keyring or a split ring, some 550 paracord, some scissors and a lighter. Let me show you how I do it. I'm just going to use a split ring for this one. Just pop it in a vise to begin with. Here's my paracord. You don't need loads, they say about a foot for every inch that you want length of your kind of keychain or paracord cobra weave. About 2-3 feet maybe. Better to be safe than sorry. I can always use the excess stuff. So to begin with, I want to make sure that the length of the paracord is even. So I've just looped it over like this, and these ends need to be pretty even like that. So for the first stage, I just pass the loop through like that, and basically it's like a cow hitch really. Just pull the remaining 2 tag ends through the loop that you've just made, cinch it down nice and tight. Which stage your knot should look like this. So there's my keyring with my little, I'm going to call it a cow's hitch. Now I need to decide how long I want my zip cord or paracord weave, whichever you want to call it. I'm going to go for, because I've cut off about 3.5-4 feet, I'm going to go for 3.5 to 4 inches, about there. I'm going to turn it up this way, just so you can see nice and clear. There's my 2 ends, just so you can see them. I'm going to wrap one end over, like so. Pinch it in, wrap the other end over the first one, the first loop, and back through that first loop. So it's kind of like a pretzel shape, like that. And I'm going to pull this slowly tight. Now you can see where the first loop is just there, so I'm going to carry on the loop that side. This is all pretty much ready and tight. That goes that side. So loop over the 2 pieces of paracord. With this one, loop over this side and then back up through that first loop. Put it through. Make sure you try and pull evenly. You can see the knot pulling tight there. Pull it tight. This one you could lock off pretty tight, because that's going to then give you your shape. There, so that's the first part. Now I can see where I need to do the loop now, because I started this side, I'm going opposites. But if you get confused of which side you've done, look for this loop. This one that comes over the top, and it eventually snakes down like this. So come over this side, form the loop, come over this one, underneath, and back through the first loop. Put it all through, and now you can pull evenly. Try if you can. Pull tight. By pulling tight, you're just stopping everything slipping. Keeps it all nice and neat. Loop needs to go this side, the first loop now, and eventually you'll get the hang of it and you should see, if you keep pulling tight each time, you should see that cobra weave pattern starting to form. And you'll know you've gone wrong when this pattern here starts to look a bit out of shape. So the previous loop I started this side, I could see the loops there, which means that's the loop I need to start. So I'm coming over there, pinching it tight, over, under, back through, pull it all nice and tight, try and pull evenly, pull tight, and there we go. We're getting there. Now I'm just going to carry on going until I get towards the end here. Now you'll get to the end here and you'll start to see the space starting to run out. Pull that tight and you'll get an extra couple of millimeters. Even better if you pinch here and pull. You can see that pulling tight now. I've gained another about 5-6 mil. Keep pulling tight and that slides all your cobra weave up nice and tight and gives you even more space here. So just do that when you're sort of nearing the end. Now I'm going to finish up back down here and then we should be done. And there we go. That's all really stiff now. I didn't waste too much. I've probably got maybe 3 or 4 inches. So I still won't waste that cordage. But there's still at least 1.5 foot, 2 foot of paracord. So it's all good survival cordage that you can use. What we need to do now is sort out these tag ends. So first we're going to snip them, but not too close to the end. We need to leave a little bit of space here. Probably about there. Leave a few kind of millimeters. Like so. And there we go. So I've left 2 tag ends, a couple of millimeters each side like that. What we're going to do now with the lighter is to melt the ends of these. That's why we've left some space there. We'll blob it down with the lighter and that will stop this tag end slipping through and your whole paracord, well, unwinding really. So just melt it like that. Just going to smoke, blob it down to make it a bit more flat and square. Use the side of the lighter, not your finger, because that's going to be hot. And there you go, you can see that's completely sealed it. So it shouldn't slip back through. Do the same to the other side. Keep the keyring out of the way a bit. Light it. Let it melt a bit, it goes black. Push it nice and hard quite quickly, because it does dry fast. And that should do it. It's completely covered up. It's not going to slip through, the tag end's going to stay there. Obviously if I need the cordage, I will just be able to loosen it from up here. Pull down, loosen it, and then take that cordage tag end through. That's what I wanted. Usually about the length of my finger is all that's needed for a zip to go on the end of a zip. Now we need to get the backpack and put it on. So I've got my backpack here with my TA Outdoors patch. They're back in stock now, guys. taoutdoors.com/shop. This is the zip on the back of the top lid. Just a simple zip. Now, it can be quite tricky to get to these. Just in general, you know, because they've got flaps, rain flaps on a lot of backpacks which fold over the zips just to keep all the rain out. And you can see that that zip's now tucked up there. So it can be quite fiddly to have to get to your zip all the time. Enter paracord keychain. Grab said zip, pass that through, just like you would do normally with any keychain. Spin it right round, and there you go. That's now an extension to your zip. But this is no ordinary zip now. You've got the addition of 1.5 foot to 2 feet of 550 paracord. The other benefit of having this extra 3 to 3.5 inches on your zip is that it's really easy now to get in and out of your bag. Still fold the rain flaps down and have access to your zip, which makes life so much easier. I tend to put this on most of the zips on my backpack. Obviously you can get them in different colours. It doesn't have to be green, it can be blue, yellow, purple, black. If you want the tactical look, it's completely up to you. Have a go, guys. Trust me, this makes a big difference by putting it on your zips on the backpack. Another use is obviously what it's made for, really, is a keychain. Put it on your house keys or your car keys, and that way you'll always have cordage on you wherever you go. So that is it for this week's Shed Sunday, a simple paracord keychain. I've been your host, Mike. You've been watching TA Outdoors, and I'll see you in the next Shed Sunday.